Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to the Morning Rush, the morning empowerment call for busy executives, heart-centered leaders causing the change that we want to see in the world. Getting a little boogie going this morning with the Jacksons. A big thank you to Rianne for always being an incredible DJ and suggesting some good beats to get the people moving. And before the music was moving, Rita was moving, and people are moving and grooving. Welcome. Happy Monday. How was your weekend? Man, parenting is no joke. I've got a little puppy, and it's challenging to train a little puppy. I can't imagine what it's like to train and raise a little kid. So that was exciting for me. And this morning he just didn't want to go outside. It's fun. And then he starts biting. And anyway, this week is about, we're almost into the summer. And so I thought we'd have a conversation about what's your summer up to? What's the summer all about? And this is the Northern Hemisphere, so I think it's June 20th or 21st is when summer actually begins. But one of the conversations that I host and have inside of our leadership coaching is being up to something, like the quality of being up to something. Like, what are you up to for the summer? Is it meaningful? Is it inspiring? Is it audacious? Those are some of the words we might look at when we say, oh, this is what I'm up to for the summer. I want to transform the world. I want to cause world peace. I want to impact my community. Well, those are kind of vague, but they're a little bit inspiring. But how do we say it in a way that it comes to life? How do we say what we're up to in a way that somebody would say, oh, that person is up to something? AM, you shared with me before this conversation ever began, you said you have a goal of January 31st, 2025, that you're up to something. Do you want to share quickly what it was you said you're going to do by then, if you don't mind?
Absolutely, absolutely. On the 13th and 14th, I'm meeting with the minority farmers in North Carolina, and the U.S. government has passed a bill for the Black farmers for $3.2 billion. And up to today, they haven't given it because of some white farmers from the Midwest and Texas had said, no, it's reverse discrimination. And by the 31st or sooner of January 2025, the Black farmers are going to get their $3.2 billion.
Amazing. And so there's a quality, as AM shared that this morning. I said, AM's always in a different location. He's got like 5 or 6 giant objectives that he seems to be up to when he talks about. He can talk about 5 different plus topics. And it's like AM's up to something. He's always in a new location. He's got these big, giant goals and objectives. I talk to him all the time. So the thought here this morning is like, as we're getting closer to the summer, like, is there something over the summer that for you is like, that's what I'm up to? Sometimes we ask people, hey, what are you up to? Not much. Same old, same old. Nothing wrong with that. But what if it were like, I'm going to transform the lives of Black farmers in North Carolina and secure billions of dollars so that they can do the things that they've wanted to do for years and years and years? Like, that would sound a little different than, I don't know, same old. Mika, I see you had your hand raised earlier. You've got it raised now. Before we go a little deeper here and jump into breakout rooms, what's on your mind this morning?
Well, I was going to share that for this summer, I'm going to be spreading joy like I normally do, but spreading a little extra joy because Miami had just passed an ordinance like a few months ago that said that that we're not allowed to do balloons outside. And you know, my major thing is balloon art and face painting. And also too, it's been really hot, so a lot of people are doing a lot of their parties by the pool. And as you know, face painting washes off. So I changed it up a bit, and I will be launching my YouTube channel where I'll be teaching lessons to kids and to adults of how to twist balloons. And I will also be incorporating waterproof face painting. So you can still have your pool party and get a face painted.
And what's the, this is awesome, Mika. Thank you for sharing. What's like the bigger Like if we were to make that a bigger impact or a bigger mission, like what are you looking to do for the, let's say the kids of Miami as they experience the summer? What do you want them to experience by way of the face paint and the balloons?
Well, I want, especially when it comes to the balloons, especially the channel, I want them to actually learn how to twist. And because I have a lot of my kids, I work with a lot of families that I've done like multiple parties for over the years. And a lot of the times the same thing always gets said. And I always come across a lot of kids that are like, I want to learn how you twist. I want to learn just like you. And I always tell them, like, I learned off of YouTube. But when you actually go to YouTube, a lot of the balloon artists, they are geared towards like other artists where they're teaching how to twist to other artists. So I want to incorporate my lessons for the kids because that way it gives the parents something that their kids could watch that could also teach them how to do something, and they don't have to worry about the content.
Amazing. So it sounds like not only are you going to launch a YouTube channel, but you're going to train children how to do the arts that you're so skilled in, and that joy multiplies. You're actually like a joy multiplier, not just you doing it, but giving the gift away to others so that more and more people can have joy in their lives. Is that accurate?
Yeah. Yes.
Well, Mika,
Spreading joy.
thank you for being a joy spreader, multiplier. Jackie, I'm going to ask you because I said, what's the impact of Jackie not being on this call? And she said, let's play that video forward. What's the impact if Jackie is on the call? But we're in the context of summer goals and objectives. So Jackie, what would you put in? Like if we play the video forward 3 months and the summer is ending, what happened?
Full launch of the project we're both involved in, known as Givers University. And that's what the summer looks like for me. So we are counting down. We are within the 100 days. And so that's the focus. What impact will that have on the world? Massive. And if you haven't heard about this, get with David, find out about it, because when it comes to being on the forefront of leading change, David is. And so I'm here to support. David, let me know what I can do.
I love it, Jackie. Well, thank you for, I hear launch, right? Like it's like you heard it in Mika, what Mika shared, like she's launching YouTube. She's launching kind of a joy movement, if I can say it that way. And with Givers University, we're launching some things. It's like, yeah, not just going to the beach and hanging out, nothing wrong with that. But like there's things that are being launched, like a rocket, shot into space here. Yulia, I see your hand raised. We're going to go into the breakout rooms. And before Yulia shares, everyone, the question for the breakout room is, what are you up to this summer? Is it bold, inspiring, meaningful, audacious? Like what's something that's in your heart that you want to have happen this summer? Yulia, over to you.
Hi, good morning. I kind of disappeared for I think maybe 2 weeks, and what happened? I joined your group, and I was so excited by all the projects and what everybody was doing, and then I took Peter AI thing, and that was like incredibly exciting. And then I realized that in the process, I sort of lost myself because like, and I usually don't walk around like comparing myself to others, but it's just like I just got inundated. Everybody's doing, everybody's moving, everybody's scheduling. And so I had to pull back and find out what is my rhythm. I felt like I kind of lost my rhythm because it may be not necessarily like the social media every day. Maybe it is, but it's like it has to happen naturally. And what's interesting, it was like what came more was regular self-care. So now I get up in the morning and I put an eye mask, and I do some stretches before I join, the morning rush. And the other thing that happened was just like being present to what's going on around me. And this plant medicine group in Boston, the people there are not exactly at the level where they should be doing what they're doing. They're not in like in honest integrity with their abilities. And so things keep happening there. And so one more time.
Yulia,
Yeah.
I gotta cut you a little short. Final thought, because we're going into the breakout rooms.
Yeah, so it's kind of being into my own space, and so in handling a problem that appeared there, even though I didn't know this person, this person is going to start working with me, and her organization is to help Asian women, especially like in India, in terms of sexual violence and sexual trauma is what I specialize to. So I gave her like all the information, all the material that I have, and she wants to integrate it into her organization. So what I'm saying, it's interesting how sometimes it just happens, like universe takes you somewhere by watching, not necessarily but by planning, which is also very good, but there needs to be room left, especially for me, for that flow.
Yeah, and I think you highlighted something initially that is important as well is, you know, when we know kind of where we're heading and where we're going, sometimes we can like weed out some of the things that come into our space that may not be aligned with where we want to go. So there's a quality for me of thinking strategically, like, what is it I really want to be heading towards? And as other things come in to kind of deflect my energy, I just say, nope, that's not aligned. That's not aligned. And Peter's shared that a number of times recently too, is like he's had some opportunities come his way and he just says, nope, not for me, even though they could be really financially valuable opportunities. So with that, we are going into the breakout room. The question today is, what are you up to for the summer? Do you have an objective that's meaningful, inspiring, audacious? And if not, no problem. But do you want one? And might it be worth giving some time thinking about it? So the question is, what are you up to? What are you up to for the summer?